buildup of cell. And the cells of hearts are myogenic. They always work. They keep on working, keep on working, keep on working. They never rest. So they require lots of energy, means they will require lots of oxygen. And the cells of heart, they will pump, they require oxygen. With the help of that oxygen, they will break down the food and release of carbon dioxide takes place. So heart itself require oxygenated blood. And in return, after the it will give back deoxygenated blood. Tell me the name of that vein which carry deoxygenated blood from heart and pour into heart, inside heart. Tell me. Name the vein which collect deoxygenated blood from heart itself. Did you got my question, Rabia?
Sir, can you please repeat?
Yeah, sure. Tell me the name of vein that collect deoxygenated blood from heart itself. Okay. The next question which I'm going to ask you, I have already explained in the last class. Tell me the name of that artery which supply oxygenated blood to heart. Both are very good questions. This question I've been asked. Name the artery which provide oxygenated blood to heart. And I have asked you the opposite question. Name the vein which collect deoxygenated blood from the heart. That may be the next question. Okay. So let me make you clear again. Look, Rabia. Heart is itself. Look. Try to understand. Look. Heart itself require oxygen. Why? It require oxygenated blood. Why it require oxygenated blood? Because it is working. Its cells also need. So oxygenated blood is provided to heart by coronary artery. This was the answer. So coronary artery is an artery which provide oxygenated blood to heart and which collect deoxygenated blood. So deoxygenated blood is collected from heart by coronary vein. So coronary vein is a vein which collects deoxygenated blood from it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Note down, please. Write down. These both are very. Note down this diagram only. The diagram which I made right now.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. So finally, now come to the main point. Remember this, right? Look. Now, this is the try to understand first the structure, then the wall. This is the right atrium. This is the right ventricle. This is left atrium. This is left. Right. First, the blood is collected from all the body parts, all the body. Small venules, they merge and make vein. Vein finally merge and they make a largest vein. The largest vein is vena cava, right? So vena cava is bifurcated into two parts. This upper one is called superior vena cava because it brings blood from the upper part of the body. The lower one is called inferior vena cava, right? It brings down the deoxygenated blood from the lower part of the body. Look, the superior vena cava, try to understand, Rabia, and in case if you are not getting, you have to tell me, right? This one is superior vena cava, this one. Superior vena cava bring down the blood and it release blood or pour blood into right atrium. Superior vena cava do not have any wall. First question, please note down. Superior vena cava do not have, make a star form, like bullet format. Superior vena cava do not have any wall. As why? Because it open obliquely, oblique way. This is the oblique structure. It open, do not have any wall, as it open oblique, so that there is no point for backflow. So there is no point for backflow. They both drop blood into right atrium, right? Superior and inferior. Now come to inferior vena cava. This is the inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava pour blood to right atrium. From every part of the body, deoxygenated blood will get collected into right atrium. Inferior vena cava bring down the deoxygenated blood. I have written over a carbon dioxide into right atrium. Now here there are chances of backflow, right? To prevent backflow, Eustachian valve is there. Eustachian valve prevent backflow. Next point, note down. Eustachian valve prevent backflow of blood from right atrium to inferior vena cava. Now look, the blood, deoxygenated blood collected from upper part of the organ, this head, this neck, and this all part, chest part, right? From the lower part of the organ, legs, stomach, and all that, right? Now the deoxygenated blood is collected from the heart by coronary vein. Coronary vein pour again blood into deoxygenated blood into right atrium. That coronary vein, look, it is opening over here. Coronary vein is guarded by Thebesian valve or coronary valve, right? Is it clear or not, Rabia? Clear, Rabia? That point?
Yes, sir.
Please note down. Thebesian valve prevent backflow of blood from right atrium to coronary vein which collect deoxygenated blood, underline, which collect deoxygenated blood from heart itself. Right? Again, third wall. Now deoxygenated blood collected over here, right atrium. The blood will flow from right atrium to right ventricle. When it will flow from right atrium to right ventricle, there are tricuspid wall, right? What is a tricuspid? Tricuspid, tri means three, cuspid means half cup shape. So there are three half cup shaped walls. They are called tricuspid wall, which prevent backflow of the blood from right ventricle to right atrium. Clear? Kavya? No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Tricuspid prevent backflow from right ventricle to right auricle. Right ventricle to right auricle. Next one, look. There is a third, pulmonary semilunar wall, right? They prevent backflow of the blood. This is pulmonary semilunar, right? So there is a semilunar wall. Now the blood is going to lungs, right? Blood will flow to the lungs by the pulmonary artery, right? So this right pulmonary artery will take the deoxygenated blood to the right lungs, and left will take to the left lung. The backflow is prevented by pulmonary semilunar wall, right? Please note down. Next one, pulmonary semilunar wall. Pulmonary semilunar wall prevent backflow from lungs, prevent backflow from lungs to lungs to right ventricle. Right ventricle. Look, again, now the blood will go to lungs. It will get filtered. We have already studied in detail that how does the exchange of the gases takes place in the lungs and all that. Now, oxygenated blood will come from the lungs with the help of pulmonary vein. Now, pulmonary vein, they will drop oxygenated blood into left atrium, right? There is a no valve like thing. They will drop blood over there. Blood will come from left atrium to left ventricle, and backflow is prevented by bicuspid valve, two half cup shaped valve. These bicuspid valve are also known as mitral valve. Clear? This is already asked. No doubt. Backflow from left ventricle to left auricle. Backflow from left ventricle to left auricle is guarded by bicuspid valve. Bicuspid valve, also called bicuspid valve, also called mitral valve. Also called mitral valve. Clear? Last but not the least. Now the blood will, from left ventricle, blood will go to the body. It will enter from here, and then it will go to the rest of the part of the body, right? So rest part of the body, this will enter, and this is arc-like structure, and this go down, right? So this is guarded by, so the blood is oxygenated blood is supplied to the whole body from the aorta, right? So this is called aortic semilunar wall. Please note down. Aortic semilunar wall. Aortic semilunar wall prevent backflow of blood. Prevent backflow of blood from backflow of blood from aorta to ventricle. Aorta to ventricle. Rabia, tell me, every valve is clear to you or not? Because this is important.
Yes, sir.
Great. So no question from here. Next time, if I will ask you, you'll reply me. You'll answer me.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you explain about aorta Sheehan valve?
Aorta. Yes.
No, this
Aortic semilunar wall. This one.
no, sir, the valve above the basin valve.
The valve above the
The basin valve. Aorta Sheehan valve.
this bicuspid. I'm not getting your question.
Sir,
You
in the right atrium, there's two valves, right? The first
yeah.
one.
Right atrium. Yes. Right atrium. There are 3 valves.
Two. Okay, I want to know about the first one.
First one. Okay. The first valve is eustachian valve. Okay. You are asking about the eustachian valve. Look.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Look. This is this one. This one. This is the inferior vena cava. This is right. This pipeline is inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava is bringing the deoxygenated blood, means carbon dioxide blood, from lower part of the body. It is taking this blood. It will take this blood and pour into right atrium. Right now, you can you know that the gravity will pull down the blood. Right. There are fair enough chances that blood will come back. Right. So, but blood should not come back. Right. So prevent. So when blood will go inside, this wall will open. But if blood will try to come back, right, try to come back or fall back, this wall will close down. Right. This is unidirectional wall. Right. So like football, you can fill the air, but air cannot come out. It can go inside, but cannot come out because of the only valve. The same valves are over here. The name of this valve is eustachian valve. So eustachian valve is that valve which prevent backflow of the blood from right atrium to inferior vena cava. It do not allow the backflow of blood into inferior vena cava again. Clear, Ravi?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So what is the next? There are few information which are important. Yes. Conduction of heartbeat. So from where the heartbeat originates, Rabia? Where is the battery is put in our heart? Can you tell me? Where is the battery of our heart? There must be some battery which is generating charges. Any idea about that battery?
No, sir.
Look, there is a knot-like structure that generates charge. The knot is called, focus by whatever I am saying. This knot, this structure, you can see I have encircled it with the red color. This is called SA node. The full form is sinoatrial node, right? This is also called pacemaker. The charge generates from here. This pacemaker maintains the heartbeat 72 times per minute. You must have listened, like in society, that a particular person got heart attack, and now the doctor have installed a pacemaker in its heart. Have you listened or not? He have the pacemaker in the heart. Have you listened this kind of the things? This kind of
Yes.
information. So what is that pacemaker? When this SA node stop working, person may die. So if it is stop working, what doctor do? They put a battery inside this, and that battery is called SA node. Right? That battery is called pacemaker. Right. So pacemaker which maintain the pace. So charge generate from here. Now the charges come to at this point. So actually the SA node is present in right atrium. Now this part is the transition zone of the right atrium to right ventricle. So at the transition zone, there is another node. This is called AV node, areoventricular node. This will distribute the charge, right? AV node. So from SA node, these nerve will bring the charge to the AV node. From AV node, a central cable is found at between the heart. This central cable bifurcate into two parts, right? It goes to left part and right part, it spread everywhere. This central cable is called bundle of His, right? So charge travel from SA node to AV node, from AV node to bundle of His. Now this bundle of His is spread across the heart like the network of a cable. These are called Purkinje fiber, right? So they spread every part of the heart in the ventricle part. Again, one more cable directly come from the SA node to the left atrium. This is called Batchman's bundle, right? So that's how the charge is spread. And the heart rate or pacemaker is controlled by the hindbrain, this back brain, hindbrain. And inside the hindbrain, there is a particular part called medulla oblongata, the lowermost part of the back brain. So this medulla oblongata, it controls the rate of the heart. This was all the story. Clear, Rabia?
Yes, sir.
Note down some point. Heartbeat originate from heartbeat originate from SA node, which is called heartbeat originate from SA node, which is called pacemaker. Which is called pacemaker. Full stop. This question I've been asked, where does it lie? Right. It lies in the wall of, it lies, underline this point, it lies in the wall of right atrium. It lies at the wall of right atrium near opening of superior vena cava. Right. So you can note it down. This is called pacemaker, right? Do you want me to dictate some more thing? Anything extra, or it's okay in this part? Will you remember SA node and AV node, or do I dictate it?
You can dictate, sir.
Sure. Fine, no issue. I'll dictate for you. Please note down. SA node I have already explained, right? Now AV node. The AV node situated in the wall of AV node is situated in the wall of right atrium. The wall of right atrium. Full stop. It pick up wave from SA node and propagate it to bundle of his. Propagate it, a bundle of his. Next point. Bundle of his divide into two branches. Full stop. His further branch out. His further branch out into Purkinje fiber. Into Purkinje fiber. Full stop. They are network of fine fibers. They are network of fine fibers which convey impulse to whole heart. Last but not the least, medulla oblongata. Last point, medulla oblongata situated in hide brain which control the heart rate. Tell me, Rabia, is it everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. One again very important thing, the heart sound. You'll find the question from the heart sound, lub dub sound. How does the lub, when the lub come? You have to. I will explain it for you, right? You have to note it down whatever written in this screen. Look, what is a heart sound? So there are two heart sounds. You can listen that. If you have a stethoscope at your home, you can listen it, right? There are two heart sounds, right? Lub dub, that kind of the heart sound. You must have listened that sound. Uh, so that lub dub sound, how does it came? Uh, First sound is lub. That lub sound come from partially closure of bicuspid and tricuspid valve. Partially closure by contraction of muscles of ventricle. So when bicuspid tricuspid valve close down, then lub sound. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
When these will close down, then contraction of ventricle will take place, obviously. Second sound is dub. That dub sound come. This is caused by closure of semilunar valve. Clear? If there is some disease or disorder in the heart, that is called heart murmur, then lub, this kind of lub, this kind of the sound will come. That is called heart murmur. Please note down all these three points. How does lub sound originate? How dub sound originate? Done? Rabia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now come to the next part. The most important part of this chapter, from where almost regular questions are coming. From this. The most of the time, which the question, even the last to last time, this question I've been asked, right? The most of the time you will find in every previous year question paper, practice question paper, you will find what does mean by P wave? What does mean by QRS complex? What does mean by T wave? How does when the T wave formation takes place? So this is the these are the question, only question. Sometime this diagram based question, QRS complex is written. What does it mean? Options are given over there. So take the screenshot of this one, and this is perfect explanation as well. Look, have you seen this kind of the wave? This kind of the wave in that in hospital, Rabia? At least you must have seen in movies.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, in movie, what you see, that is ECG, electrocardiograph. The diagram which is there, that is electrocardiograph. And basically, the machine which measured that is called electrocardiogram. That electrocardiogram machine that measure the what does it measure? It measure basically the charge which is generated by your heart, right? So what will happen? That it take the charge that machine calculate and show in the form of the graph in the computer screen. Look, when blood will, so blood is already filled in the right and left atrium. I want your 100% focus, Rabia. Blood is already filled in right and left atrium. Now what will happen? This tricuspid valve will open and bicuspid valve will open, and blood will start moving from the right and left atrium to the right and left ventricle, right? So when atrial contraction takes place, means auricle will contract, this right and left auricle will contract. Atrial contraction that forces blood into ventricle. Due to that, the blood will come into ventricle. When this process will take place, for this is called atrial depolarization. Atrial contraction, auricular contraction is called atrial depolarization. At this time, formation of P wave will take place. Tell me, clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Second thing. Second wave is QRS complex. When QRS complex will fail. Now, what will happen when completely blood will come from the right and left atrium into ventricle? Then, due to pressure, ventricle will drop the pressure, and due to which these both tricuspid and bicuspid valve will close down. Right? So, now the ventricle will contract. Ventricular contraction that pushes AV valve closes. Right? This is called ventricular systole. At this time, formation of QRS complex will take place. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Now, when the ventricle will contract, then the pressure will take place. Due to pressure, blood will start moving at this direction. So, due to which these valve, this aortic valve will open, right, and this semilunar valve will open. So, due to opening of this valve, this is called ventricular systole. Semilunar valve will open, and blood is ejected. Blood will go to lungs and to rest of the body. At this point, this is called ventricular repolarization, right? This is called ventricular repolarization. Formation of T wave will takes place. Again, the process will be repeated, right? So this is how the T wave is formed. Go through with it and tell me, is it clear or not? If not clear, let me know. I will tell you again. Right? But P wave, QRS complex, and T wave formation, how does it take place? What does it mean? That must be clear to you. Clear, Rabia?
Yes, sir.
So better you take a screenshot of this one, right?
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, disorder of circulatory disorder. So normal blood pressure, 120 and 80, right? But this 120 can go up to 140 and 80 will go up to 90. This is also normal, right? If you have 140, 90, it's not abnormal. Sometimes due to exertion, due to activity, it takes place. So 120 to 140 practically and 80 to 90. So what is hypertension? If this goes beyond 120 and 80, even 140, 90, right? By the way, this is normal. But if the blood pressure increases more than 120, 80, this is called hypertension or high. Clear, Rabia? Hypertension or IB. The next one, CAD. That have been asked multiple times. What is CAD? Coronary artery disease, or this is also known as atherosclerosis, right? This is also called as the blockage. So coronary artery, what is the function of coronary artery, Rabia? What is the function of coronary artery? Come on, tell me. We have discussed just today's class.
It supplies blood to the heart.
Not only blood,
Oxygenated
it supply,
blood.
very good. Oxygenated blood to heart. Very good. So what happened? Due to this is also known as atherosclerosis. Deposition of fatty substance, that is cholesterol, takes place in artery, means coronary artery. This deposition is known as atherosclerotic plaque. That deposition, which block the blood supply, right? The fat which basically get deposited is LDL, low density lipid, right? What happened due to blockage? Obviously, if the supply is not there, oxygen, less supply of the oxygen, even the person may die. This is called CAD. Clear or not? CAD or atherosclerosis, both have been asked. Tell me, Fabia.
Yes, sir.
Clear? CAD? CAD have
Yes,
been
sir.
asked many times. Angina have been asked many times. What is the angina? So this is also known as the angina pectoris. Angina or angina pectoris. It normally takes place in youth. So it's very common. The pain starts from here. Now then the pain travels from this here. Start from here. Then pain start traveling to the downward and reaches toward the heart. Right. Here in angina pectoris, the when enough oxygen is not do not reaches to the heart. When heart is have this scarcity of oxygen, means oxygenated blood, chest pain and pain will travel downward, right? And this is common in middle age and young people. Note down both the COD and NGR, please note down both of them. Just in bullet format, whatever written over here. Heart failure is that the heart do not pump blood properly.
Done, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay, one last thing. Neural control of the heart. Regulation of cardiac activity. Look, so we have already discussed that medulla oblongata. This is the lower part of the back brain. So this is called medulla oblongata. In medulla oblongata, there are particular centers. They are called cardio-regulatory center or chemoreceptors are present over there, which regulate the heartbeat. So sensory nerves come, sensory nerves originate from here, right? They go to the heart and they regulate the heart. And there are parasympathetic and sympathetic nerves, which also originate. It also controls the heartbeat, right? It reaches to the SA node, right? And SA node controls the rest of the part. So one more thing, adrenal medulla. So it releases the epinephrine and norepinephrine. So two enzyme hormones are released. So chemically, epinephrine and norepinephrine also control the heart. So heart is controlled by two things. First thing, that is medulla oblongata, and second thing, adrenal medulla, right? Means adrenal gland. So these two things which secrete epinephrine and norepinephrine that control the rate of the heart. So that's it for this chapter. So tell me if you have any doubt. In next class, we'll do some question of which have been asked previous year question. Then we will start with the next part. Go through with this chapter, complete chapter, and ask me, Rabia, if you have any doubt in this chapter. Then only we will move to the next part.
So I have a doubt regarding the artificial pacemaker.
Okay, pacemaker, fine.
Yeah, the artificial one. Is it true that it malfunctions when someone is in the water?
It malfunction when someone in the water.
Yeah, like will it
Means the
malfunction?
means the pacemaker, that artificial pacemaker, that battery part.
Yes.
Yeah. That battery part, the person who have the pacemaker, they must be they are very sensitive kind of people. They cannot go, to close to any strong magnet. They cannot go to close to those spaces, or those machines which produces high charge, right? Very high amount of the charge is produced, right? uh, in swimming and other, right? Because swimming and gym, so this is not prohibited for them, because swimming is the best exercise, right? It requires lots of energy and the heartbeat increases. So wherever the hard work is there, they cannot do the hard work, else it will start malfunction. Got it? That is the reason. Clear?
Okay, so yeah. Thank you.
Welcome. So any doubt, any more question in this chapter, Rabia?
No, sir.
Okay. So next class we'll do the question first, right? Some question. I'll show you some previous year question, some important questions which can be asked.